to this. For a long time now, a lot of people, especially the indigenous people of Biafra, have called for the boycott of these elections, believing that they don't recognize the government, they don't recognize any kind of elections taking place in the region, in the carved out or in the region they call as Biafra today. But the elections went on last week in the local government elections, and 6 days from now, we're going to have the gubernatorial elections. It's heating up. A lot of things are happening, a lot of talks. And today we're going to have a short program. I would like us to discuss this whole issue about the elections and the call from the IPOB to boycott these elections. They've called all the people to declare this Saturday, the 18th, as Ofen Salad Day. That's people should sit at home, prepare Ofen Salad soup, and enjoy themselves instead of going for the elections. But a lot has been happening, and other people are calling for the elections that they must hold. And according to the Nigeria Constitution, as long as the elections hold, whoever wins the majority vote wins the day. It's as simple as that. So we're going to talk about the matters arising, and later the studio line will be open. I would like to hear from each and every one of you, hear your views and what you think about this whole issue. Okay. Let me start with one thing. Anambra State. Well, for those who don't know, this is one of the first states that was created in 1976. In 1976, and it was then part of the East Central states, and the capital was Enugu. It was Enugu, and Enugu was the capital of the then defunct Biafra state. And in 1991, Anambra was divided into two states, Anambra and Enugu state. And Enugu state, Enugu remains, the town remains, the capital of Enugu state, while Oka became the capital of Anambra state till date. It's an old state, and the state has raised a lot of national leaders in Nigeria, not just Igbo leaders, Nigerian leaders as a whole. And the name Anambra, let me go back a bit to history. I think that will be quite necessary. The name Anambra is from the name of the river, Anambra River, and this name, was given by the colonial masters, actually. But the locals used to call it Omambala. That's the original name, which was more or less a tribute to the river Niger. So the colonial masters now moved it to Omambala, and from there Anambala, and from there they derived to what we have today as Anambra State. Okay, now the IPOB led by Nnamdi Kanu have called all the people and their supporters to boycott these elections. Now, 2 weeks ago on this program, I had an IPOB supporter, try to hear his views, and he made it clear that everybody has to stay home that day. And if the elections don't hold, they're going to maybe send a message to the central government that no elections can hold in the southeastern zone or in the Biafra region, as it is called. And many other prominent Nigerians are as well calling for elections that they must hold. No matter what happens, we have to have elections. So I would like to hear what you have to say on this. Please, meanwhile, share this video, please, and let's get as many people as possible to tune in. Okay, 6 days to these elections. There's been a lot of rallies by the IPOB and calling people to keep away. And there's a video trending on one site. I wouldn't want to mention the name, telling people to keep away. And even some people are threatened, saying that if they vote, that death to anybody who votes. Some people marched around the streets of Onitsha and Anambra State, voting to lock down the whole state that particular day. Well, people were threatened. Well, I don't know if this is the stand of the IPOB, because IPOB has made it clear that it's a non-violent organization. Maybe it is, I don't know. But next week, Saturday, after the elections, We're going to have members of the IPOB come to this program in our usual studio, and also people who believe that the election is supposed to hold. So there will be a kind of live debate, and we'll hear out, and then we will now discuss the aftermath of the elections, and we'll see how it goes. So these members of IPOB were telling people that if you vote, you will die. Don't go out. Stay in your house. If you vote on the November 18th, you will die. We're not running around. Well, for the I'm going to call the name. There will be no election. We will not participate. We will not vote. Nothing concerns us with any elections. We're in Onitsha to tell the federal government to produce Nnamdi Kanu, and they should release all Biafrans in Nigerian prisons. And speaking to the IPOB Media and Publicity Secretary, Emmanuel Powerful, said that this, like he put it, this is a threat of bullet, and nothing is going to stop them from having Biafra. Well, they said they're going to lock down Anambra State come November 18th. Well, and let's hear on the other side. From the other side, we have the. Okay, let's see what. We have. Let's check some other comments and some other notable people what they are talking about these elections, because, like I said, the Constitution recognizes, and the INEC law recognizes anybody that wins majority of the votes of the number of people who came out to vote. It's not a situation where you must have a quorum or you must have a minimal amount or number of voters for the election to be declared void. To be declared that it's passed through. There is no particular limit. So if no matter the number of people that comes to vote, whoever wins the majority takes the day. And Senator Stella Odua from Anambra North has urged the people to come out en masse to vote. That they should not create give opportunity for the creation of vacuum of governance in the state. She said it that if elections are disrupted, there will be maybe a state of emergency, and then who loses? The same people are going to lose. Okay, she said that the Constitution did not allow for a vacuum in any state. As such, if the current term lapses and the governor had not been elected, then an administrator would be appointed. So if you fail to cast your votes, or if you fail to come out to vote, then what will happen is that the federal government will provide an administrator and declare a state of emergency. So what is it at the end of the day that IPOB will gain? I would like maybe anybody from IPOB, any supporter, to call in to explain to us what they think about this whole thing. What is the gain they're going to get? Because if nobody is elected democratically and the federal government appoints an administrator in the state, then what happens? I don't think that any of the views or any of the pursuits of IPOB will be taken care of here. The situation might still be worse at the end of the day. You're not going to have a democratically elected governor in this state. Okay, and moving on. Also, the Ohanese have also made it clear that people should go and vote, that they should not listen to IPOB. Anambra elections. Ohanese replies IPOB insists Saturday election must hold. Let me read. Chairman of the Ohanese and Anambra State Chief Okeke Ogene, who made the statement yesterday, said that Anambra people have agreed that there will be elections in the state. If there's any group saying that there won't be election, we want to put it to that group that the election must hold. Anybody insisting that there won't be elections in Anambra State is an enemy of the people. If such a group succeeds in creating confusion here, it will only be preparing a fatal ground for our enemies to penetrate our territory. And if such a thing happens, the next likely thing to happen is a state of emergency, which will not be in the interest of the people. So, if there are no elections, and the tenure of the current governor elapses, he cannot continue. And if there is no substantially any new candidate voted in to take over, or the incumbent re-elected, if the elections don't hold, what's going to happen? State of emergency. So what is the gain here? I'm just asking these questions. These are just I'm reading what people are saying. What will IPOB gain from this? And second thing also I want you to talk about is it not better, like I asked somebody, what if IPOB supports a particular candidate? But with the millions of supporters that we have seen supporting IPOB, why shouldn't IPOB sort of produce their own candidate who could, protect their interests or go out there and, be in charge? What is wrong with that? With the support IPOB has in the southeast and in Anambra State as well, don't they think that it's possible to win the elections and have things under their control? Or what are the fears there? I would like you to please talk about that as well. The studio line is open there. You can see it up there. I would like everybody to please share this video and call in and let me hear your views on this. Okay, let me see what else do we have here. IPOB defies Nigerian government, members protesting on Onitsha, and they are vowing to foil Anambra elections. Well, despite being labeled as a terrorist organization by the federal government, the IPOB staged a demonstration in Onitsha, threatening voters not to participate in the elections. Okay. And the whereabouts of Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB, is still unknown. And IPOB is asking the federal government to produce their leader. So there's a lot of confusion going on, I would say. The tension is high there. But at the end of the day, come 18th of November, something has to happen. And what is going to happen? Are there going to be elections? Or are you not going to have a lot of people come out to vote? So any way it goes, something has to happen. Any way it goes, there are elections, then you have to have a winner. You don't have elections, what happens? A state of emergency. So I want to hear from the members of IPOB. Do they think that having a state of emergency would be a better situation for their, for their cause or for the struggle that they are having? Because no matter how you call it, no matter what you say, a state of emergency, I don't think is going to be the best option for the state as a whole. And these elections, we've known that. Let me talk about the contenders of who are vying for this seat. First of all, you have the current governor, who is Chief Willie Obiano of APGA, who is from Aguleri in Anambra State himself. He's the incumbent governor, and he is vowing to retain his position as the governor of Anambra State. I have a call coming in. Hello.
Yeah, hi. I'm coming from India.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you very well. Sorry, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Ifani. I'm calling from India.
Okay, Ifani, calling from India. Yes, Ifani, I can hear you well.
Yeah, I just listened a bit about the broadcast what you're talking about. My brother, the truth of the matter is that we've voted so many times in that country, and nothing is happening. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Very good. Our elder statesmen, our politicians, they have been deceiving us, using us for granted. We sought for a Messiah that will save us from the shackles of Hausa Fulani, but all our elderly statements are trading us for political purposes. You understand? Imagine what the Fulani headsmen are doing in our state. Our governors are not doing anything about it. Our senators are scared of Hausa Fulani in the house. Nobody is standing for the youth. The Hausa Fulani, they came in, they rape our mothers, they take our land, they come to our villages, they want to occupy us. They are out to Islamize us. Nobody is saying anything. Thank God for Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is out. What did our neighbor do? He betrayed Nnamdi Kanu. Look at Indian world. We thought that he's a man with a lion heart. He betrayed Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu came out. Nigerian government are talking of restructuring. But along the line, nobody is talking of Nnamdi Kanu now. They have assassinated that young man. If they do not provide Nnamdi Kanu, that country will never know peace again. And we are ready to die for Nnamdi Kanu. And you talk, why won't IPOB support one political organization in election?
Why?
Let me tell you, election has never been conducted in Nigeria.
Okay.
This election. Look at Ojukwu. Ojukwu came out. Ojukwu came out for governorship. What happened? What happened with Africa?
For Senate, okay.
Ojukwu.
Okay.
They betrayed Ojukwu. And now you're telling us to come and support a political party. IPOB is not a political organization. The simple part of it is that Hausa Fulani came out in Onitsha and killed our people. Our governor did not do anything. They went to Nnamdi Kanu, they killed people there, and now they want us to come out and vote. Vote for who? And the simple mistake that Nigerian government will do again, if they should shoot any one of us down again, we are going to retaliate. That is a fact about it. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
There will not be election. Since our elderly statement, they will not come out and stand for us, and that can never happen in the north. Look at Arewa youth threatening us to leave the north. But the Arewa Governor Forum, they supported them, they backed them. Nnamdi Kanu is out to take the bullet. But our governors, they betrayed him. They call us indigenous people a terrorist organization. They call us terrorists in our country. In our country, they call us, and they want us to come and vote. The truth of the matter is that I want the election. You understand? Power belongs to the people, and we are out for it. Any day they shoot us again, we are going to retaliate. Let the war happen. Look at us, we are in abroad, in diaspora, running away. Running away. What are we doing abroad? They want to occupy our land. And they are there telling us to come and vote. Nobody is going to vote. That is offense that nothing will happen again. We don't have future in Nigeria. That is the simple truth. My brother, you that is talking, are you living a better life? Look at common Nigerian passport. I'm here in this country, but I'm living in what is it? Because of the Nigerian passport,
Hello, brother. It's like the line is cutting. Hello. Sorry, we lost that call. Well, we heard what the caller mentioned, that first of all, he said that we never really had elections in the country. Trying to say that more of a selection, or maybe elections are rigged. They never support anybody. When Ojukwu contested as senator, he was rigged out. And when he came in with the APG party, and a lot of things happened again, and maybe the people they wanted to go in there did not get the seats. They believe the elections were rigged. And secondly, he mentioned that that the people of Biafra are tired, and they don't believe in the system anymore. Fulani herdsmen are killing people, and so on and so forth. Well, let me see what they comment. Let me check the comment box here. Please, the studio line is on. Call in and let's hear what you want to say. Well, Lawrence Efanga is saying there will be elections, my friend. Okay, Collins. Lawrence, why do you think there should be elections? How should it happen? Why should it happen? Kelechi AK is saying that it will not happen. If no one is elected in, the Speaker of the House will take over and conduct another election in 3 months. Well, I think, let's see. The Speaker takes over when a governor is impeached. All right. Okay. No election again in Biafra land. Well, the studio line is still open. Please call in, share this video, and let's get this message across. Well, if you believe that the election should go ahead, maybe as well you can tell us maybe who you want to vote in there, and tell us why at the same time, so that let this program be full. But again, I want to ask, I'm hearing a lot of people saying that they will have to disrupt the elections. But these are two things: boycotting an election and disrupting an election. These are two different things. So At first, Nnamdi Kanu made it clear that there will be no elections, and people asked, asked him to make it clear what is he asking the people to do, and he came out and made it clear that the IPOB will boycott the elections, that nobody will go there to vote. So calls for disrupting the elections now, I think it will take a more dangerous, path. Because well, that means you're gonna have soldiers deployed. That means actually, that is when a state of emergency could actually be brought into the state. Okay, going further, who are the major front runners in these elections? We have, like I mentioned earlier, the current governor, Chief Willie Obiano of APGA, and we have the candidate from the PDP, Chief Obaze Oseloka. He's from Ogidi in Idemili local government, and the APC, the ruling party's flag bearer, Tony Nwonye, is also the front runner. And then you have from the UPP, United Progressive Party, you have Chief Osita Chidoka, who is the former Minister of Aviation. These are the main front runners. And the only female contender is Honorable Obi Okafor, who is the flag bearer of the Advanced Congress of Democrats. Well, I'd like to hear your views, actually. I'm asking questions. I'm not here to just talk about my views only. This is an open platform for people to call in, for people to write. I will still call on everybody, please. No insults. Insult doesn't take us anywhere. Come out, talk of your points, and make it clear. Try to make your point clear to everybody. Anybody who's saying that okay, what are the options? If there are no elections in the state, what are the options? If you think please let us know. Somebody's saying that the Speaker of the House takes over and another elections come in 3 months. Okay, even if we take that course, and then what happens? After 3 months, no other elections, then what happens? What happens? Okay. Okay. What else do we have here? Okay. All right. Hello, Kiruka. You're welcome. Okay. What are your ideas then? Okay. Here Nyichukwu is saying that no one is talking of disrupting elections, not from IPOB. IPOB is saying boycott Anambra elections on the 18th of November. Well, like I said earlier from the video that's around, people allegedly who are members of IPOB are threatening people. Well, this could be isolated incidents. I'm not here to accuse anybody of anything. Okay. And if you believe the elections will hold and you are from Anambra State, please tell us who you think you're going to vote for. Hanyi Chukwu is saying, I'm disappointing you. Why am I telling lies? These are just something that I read here, report that I read here. I'm not the one that said it. Stella Odua mentioned it, and the leader of Ohaneze mentioned it. These are things I quoted. I didn't say it. That's why I'm asking you. If you know better, please, you tell us, please. Elections must hold. But the thing is that, like what I'm saying is that as long as elections hold, whoever wins the majority votes moves on. He wins. This is what I'm underlining. Stella Odua is saying that state of emergency will come in if elections don't take place. And Ohaneze also is saying the same thing, if elections don't take place. So, all right. Kelechi Eke is saying that we're asking for a date of referendum and then they can go on with the elections. Okay. Who else is talking? Okay, please so call in and tell us. Okay, if you have your ideas, please. Haneze does not represent IPOB. Well, that's different. Okay, who else do I have here? What do I have here? Okay, tell us what you think. Okay, like, share, comment on this, share this video. Let people come in and let's talk about this, because on the 19th of November we're gonna have a bigger forum where we're gonna have members of the IPOB. We're gonna have other people maybe who believe that the elections must take place, and we'll come together and we'll discuss the elections, or the election that did not take place, or the election that took place. That will be on Sunday, the 19th of this month of November. Okay. All right, there's a call coming in. Hello. Hello. Yes, good evening.
Obi Ojemada, good evening.
Good evening, brother. How are you?
Fine. I have to be brief because I'm calling from Nigeria. They always they always charge higher.
All right, what's your name, okay?
And my name is Sonny.
Sonny?
Biafra.
Okay, Sonny.
From the zoo capital, Abuja.
Okay, Sonny, we can hear you.
All right. You're asking what will happen if we did not vote, isn't it?
Yeah. If people come out and vote, maybe a number of people come out and vote, and a particular person is declared the winner, what happens?
The truth is that what we are fighting for is our freedom. We are asking for freedom. We want to be free from the manipulations of the present government, the present structure of government. We want to be free. We want to go to our original platform where we are coming from. So then, for somebody to come and say this is an experiment, Nigeria is an experiment, which started over about 100 years ago, and now we have realized that the experiment is not working. We want to go back to the system where we belong to, where we made success. We made success of our time in those days. So now that the success is not manifesting on this very, very platform, we say we want to go back to that system where we belong to. So now, our leader now in the council just said that when we boycott the elections, that we will have our courts, that we have a way to get out of this place. Mm-hmm. So we want to try that experiment. For example, we have done a lot of elections. We have done a lot of voting, like from time immemorial, which you as a person has involved yourself to, and it's not manifesting. I think in a same climb, if you try one formula and that formula is not working and it's not manifesting, it's not showing, giving you a result, can't you test another system? I think this is a normal way for a normal human being to follow. If you try a particular system and it's not working, can't you try another? It's only a fool and somebody that is insane and a mad person that will continue to try the same system that is not working for the person. So we want to check this system. Well, let's see what will happen if since we have voted for a long time and the positivity is not coming up. Let us try not voting. See, let me tell you, for issue the threat of this Odua, Odua of 13, is a product of the same losing society. That's why she's saying what she's saying. It's threatening us that they will declare state of emergency. Let me ask Odua. Odua is a personality. It's a person.
Yeah.
It's not Nigeria constitution. He's a singular person. He's nobody. He may be she may be a former senator or president senator or thereabouts. But it's people, it's we that made it possible for her to be there. So she cannot come and mandate us that this is what we will do as if she's God. She's never God. We will try another system. At least we have tried to vote them, and nothing is manifest, nothing is happening. Now we want to try another system. Since we are the image maker, we are the people that is putting them there. We want to change and use another system to see what will happen. So we are not deterred by all those threats from those politicians. We are not afraid of them. We know what they are up to. They are doing all those things to deter us, to scare us away. But we are those roots. We are not afraid. We will not come out to vote so that we will see what will happen. Since we have been voting, we have seen that we have been going from frying pan to fire. For example, let me ask you, Ojimado.
Yes.
Since 1980, Shebi dollar, the American dollar was less than Nigerian naira.
Yes.
But today, because of the boxing society, and Nigeria has been deteriorating, Nigeria can never become good. That's why Nigeria naira begin to deteriorate, begin to fall. Say it gets to 400 naira or even 500 naira, because society is telling you that they will not improve. They are not improving. They are going from prime, but they are falling every day by day. That is all about the story. So anybody that's telling you that Nigeria, there's one pastor that said that he's seen naira over taking dollar or thereabouts. That is one of the problems we have. And all these church leaders, they are the problem. They will come and say that God told them. Who told them? Nobody told them anything. They are just imagining. They are trying to captivate us the more. But now we have become wiser. Even people from not only Biafra land, other areas, other zones are starting to realize that they are being misled. There's one man that was talking about tithes in the church, but that one is not what I'm trying to talk. This thing has given people open eyes to see that the society which we have involved ourselves, that the church class, those the religious class, political class, traditional class, they have used us enough that this is time for us to be free. So, let me go back to where we are coming from. That is stop voting in Anambra election. See, nothing will happen. Absolutely nothing will happen. If we did not vote, the politician will lose, and we masses will win. That is where I'm bringing my conclusion. Ojimari, thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much too. Thank you so much, Sonny. But what I want to ask, Brother Sonny, if you're listening, you can as well, write, or somebody else can answer. You said we've tried a lot of options for many years and nothing good has happened. So it's better to try something else. But then there is a law, there is a process that is stated how you should change to another system. Do you think that a boycott is one of those ways? Okay, when you boycott, and then what's the next plan? It's just an open question. Okay, and let me read something. Talking about elections. If people boycott elections and people's orders still come out to vote, according to INEC law, let me read this. That where there are, okay, let me take this call and then I'll read what I want to read. Hello.
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 Yeah.
Good evening.
Good day, sir.
Good day, sir.
Good evening, sir. This is Prince Stanley calling from Kharkov, Ukraine.
Yes, this is Prince Stanley. Sir, you are welcome. He's the coordinator of the South-South Youth Forum in Eastern Europe. Yes, sir. Thank you for calling, sir. Prince Stanley.
Yeah. You're welcome, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I decided to call because I was following your program this evening.
Yes, sir.
And I understand that you're discussing today about the boycott of the 18th November election.
That's right.
In Anambra State.
18th of November, yes, sir.
Yeah. You see, as a member of southern Nigeria, but today I would like to say that any protest that has to do with boycott of election is a perfect protest.
Okay.
You see, when you protest, when you protest non-violently,
right,
you only sit at home and not going for election, trying to let the government of the day know that you have been oppressed. That is allowed in the constitution of any country.
That's right.
So, I don't think the government of Nigeria will go force anybody from their houses to come go vote in any election.
Okay. Okay.
And if anybody say needs for our own house, it's not constituting any constitutional nuisance to any country.
Right, right. Okay.
You're just exercising your civil rights.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So, but there are some consequences, sir.
Okay.
One of the consequences might be that if no election is held at all,
yeah,
I believe the governor that is there today that is not satisfying the people of Anambra State will either continue to rule or the government might declare the state of emergency on that particular state, whereby bringing a military administrator to that state.
Okay. Well, it might not be military. It might just be an administrator will be appointed there.
Good. It might be an administrator appointed to that state, if possible.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if we remember, I quote from the Onaze Idibo. He mentioned that there was a time census was held in Nigeria some time ago. I can't remember. The people of the eastern Nigeria refused to go for that census. And if they had gone for that census, that would have bring up the real statistics of the number of people living in the eastern region today, which determine the government, federal government allocation to every state.
Okay. Okay.
So the federal government had to give a minimum allocation to the eastern region. And if no election is held in that place today, I don't know what the federal government, because as we are thinking of not going for this election, the same time the federal government of Nigeria, so-called Nigeria, are also thinking of a step ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So we cannot say we are the most intelligent. They also have their own intelligence agencies, and they are more especially, they are the government.
Okay. Okay.
We share intelligence with America and other parts of Europe intelligence organization.
Okay. Okay,
So
sir.
I believe that if no election, one of the consequences might be they will install a military, it may be a civilian or a military administrator on that state, one, which we will have to accept, because at the time they come out with their number 3 Operation Python dance, we may not like it.
Okay, sir. I understand you. I understand you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, thank you. That's Priest Stanley.
Yes,
right. And, let's understand there are two things here. If there is a boycott of the elections and some people still go ahead to vote, that is one scenario. Then the other scenario is if the elections are disrupted. That is a second scenario altogether. Now, in the first one, like I said, if people don't go to vote, okay, another call is coming in. Let's get this. Hello.
Hello, dear mother.
Yeah, good evening. What's your name, sir?
Thank you very much. I was the person that called before.
Okay, Sonny. Yes, Sonny, yeah.
Thank you, Sonny. Please, I would have to be pleased so that
we are listening.
Will not kill me.
Nobody will kill you. Carry on.
So what we are saying is that the last person that called, he started well and ended woefully. What we are saying is that even if Nigeria share any intelligence with any part of the world, you have to work on what is possible. Look, let me tell you, if Nigeria have a good option, they wouldn't have done Python dance 1 or Python dance 2. They don't have any good option. See, for us to boycott election, it's not like boycotting census. Census is just an individual something which was written foolishly undermined and did what he did there and get us lost on that particular activity that happened that time. So,
hello? Yes.
That one is a different issue with election boycott. Election boycott is equivalent to closing of politician shop. Once you close their shop, we find a different background, platform, to build our own our system, to build our system. Thank you. That's all what we are talking about. That is all.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Brother Sonny there. And like I was saying, is one thing